We are back for Season 8 of the Creator Club Career Mode, and the Dream Chasers are in trouble. Year after year, the Dream Chasers have brought in big money signings, starting with £50 million on Marcio Barbosa. Then it was £65 million on Goncalo Inacio. And the biggest of them all, £167.7 million on Jude Bellingham. Plus, we all know about Cash Money Mark's spending habits with all the new drip that he wears. Every time we see this guy on the sidelines, he's got a new designer coat on. And all this big money spending has finally come back to bite the Dream Chasers. Welcome to Season 8, boys. We are finally here, episode 120 of the Dream Chasers Career Mode. If you are new, make sure you subscribe and check out the playlist on the channel to view all the previous 119 episodes of the Dream Chasers Career Mode, because you do not want to miss it. This is the most electrifying career mode in YouTube entertainment. Yes, indeed. And for Season 8, we're going to spice things up a little bit. I've got some major plot points to go over with the team, and like you've just seen in the intro, the Dream Chasers are in trouble. Before we do get into that though, if you haven't seen the last video on the channel that did go up on Monday, we did a tribute video to the GOAT, Morgan Elliott. Make sure you check that one out, because that took me a lot of time and was a lot of stress to try and get that video uploaded. Let me tell you, boys, that's probably the most effort I've ever put into a video in my 3 years of making content. That one right there, yeah, I'm very proud of it, so please check that video out and drop support on that if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, man, like I mentioned, I was trying to think of ways to make this career mode exciting still, because we are going to try and get the back-to-back Premier League titles 3 years in a row, whatever you want to call it, you know, the three-peat. And I do want to keep the game entertaining. A few people did drop comments on the last few videos that raised concerns about, it was too easy, which I do understand, yeah, but at the same time, Liverpool led the league for the majority of the season. It was only the last 10 games where they bottled it and we finally overtook them. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, bro, but I'm going to try and keep it entertaining regardless. And to do that, we have some new manager objectives for this season. Jumping into the first one to discuss what I just mentioned in the intro, we have the objective called Fire Sale. The Dream Chasers are in trouble. Raise £600 million to clear the debt. That is right, boys. The Dream Chasers have found themselves in massive debt, and we are going to have to raise £600 million in profits from player sales, competition, rewards, you know, £600 million. Now, that is a lot of money to clear off the debt for the Dream Chasers. I mean, I don't know how expensive these coats are, like Cash Money Mark's been buying, bro, but £600 million we're going to have to try and raise. So there's going to be massive changes to the club, massive personnel that are going to have to get sold on. And this season we might have to play with a weakened team, which of course should bring the entertainment levels up in the games. Before we get into that though and show you who we are going to sell, the boys are back in town. Arthur Vilk and Marcio Barbosa both back from injury now, and they are going to be both starting this Premier League season, and well, just Season 8 in general together. Finally back in the team together. They only really had one season where they were both at the top of the game together, so I'm looking forward to seeing the bounce back season. And that leads us to the second objective. We've got Deadly 60. Shout out Steve Backshall. The boys are back, dominate the league again. So we need 30 Premier League goals with Arthur Vilk and 30 Premier League goals with Marcio Barbosa. Now each episode I will look to include this objectives chart and update them. It might only be once a week actually, because I feel like every episode will get a bit tiring, but yeah, we're going to look to update the objectives as we go along. The next objective is called Hisoka. I didn't know what to call this one, yeah, and if you don't know who Hisoka is, that's a character from the anime Hunter x Hunter. And basically, this objective, yeah, it was just a random name I came up with based on the objective itself. So, put faith in the youth. Only under 21s can play in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. That is right. So, the last 2 seasons, we have won back-to-back trebles. We almost won the quadruple last season, losing to Swansea City in the FA Cup final, which was very heartbreaking. I really wanted to win the quad. But for this season, with the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we can only use players that are under 21 years old in the squad. And you can see our current team on the screen right now. Like I say, there are still transfers to come and players to be moved around, so this will not be the final squad, but this is just what it looks like at the minute. We can see the defence there. You know, Nicholson in goal, Roche, Coppola, Bellini in at centre-back. We've got very young players, still big players in there like Palacios, Billy Cairns, Schofield, and all those players up top actually are all big boys, but still, the defence is where we're slacking with this youth squad. So that might see a very tough cup run to come in Season 8. The next objective is called Morgoth Elliot, and the description for that one just says Rinne Rebirth. Now, if you don't watch Naruto, you won't know what that means, but we'll get to that later on. Don't worry about that right now. We'll get to it a bit later on, yeah? Just make sure you check out the Morgan Elliott tribute video that went up on Monday. And finally, the final objective, we can see the man on the screen right there, rocking the captain's armband, and this objective is called Captain Koval. Score a goal with Kovalchik. Yeah, shout out to the guy who dropped a comment to say to do that. I did mention in the last few episodes, drop comments of what you want to see. And Justice, I want to say your name is, bro. Justice dropped a comment. I hate the way YouTube do this with like the @ Just put someone's name like normally, bro. Why do I have to try and decipher what the username is? Anyway, my man left a comment saying, try scoring a goal with your keeper. And that got 8 likes. And there was a few follow-up comments there from Big Sammy and Kamia. So I really liked Kamia's comment at the bottom as well. Give the questionable handball pens to Kovalchik, because sometimes we get these penalties that are just a joke. So we shout put our keeper on them. Yeah, maybe Kovalchik can win the golden boot at the end of the season. Who knows? But yeah, man, Justice got the most liked comments with 8 likes there. Shout out to everyone who did drop comments with their own objectives and stuff, but I said I would use the most liked one. And that completes the manager objectives for this season, boys. So, I've not really decided yet what to do if we don't hit them, but it's still things that should try and keep the gameplay entertaining. We need to try and get 30 league goals with Vilk and Barbosa each. We can only use under 21s in the cup. Obviously, score a goal with Kovalchik. 600 million in debt, though. That fire sale objective is the one that is probably going to be the hardest to hit, and it will take a big impact on a team once we do hit that. First things first, though, let's get into the customization for this season and reveal Season 8's new kits. Yeah, before we can make any transfers, sell any players on, we've got to decide our kits for this season. And we have a very special collab for the kits this season, and I think the kits look fire. Let's jump straight into them. So, boys, the Season 8 kits for the Dream Chasers are going to be inspired by the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now, this colorway that we've got going on for all 3 kits looks so clean, if you ask me. And here is the home kit. We can see the boy Kovalchik standing there. We've got the blue name and number on the back, the purple main color, and that lime green, the neon green, as the secondary color. Now, this kit right here is inspired by Shinji's Eva from the show Evangelion. And I really like the look of this kit, and I really like the vibe that we've gone for with the neon green as the secondary colour with the blue number on the back. The same way Shinji's Eva does have the yellow or the lime green, you know, arms plus the blue spine down the back, and we have the blue name and number. I really like the look of this kit. So that is the home kit. By the way, this is not an official collab with Evangelion. I have not been paid for this. This is not a hashtag ad. So other anime are available, but Evangelion, if you do want to sponsor me or do something, you know, hit me up. Our away kit, again, sponsored by Evangelion. And if you have seen the show, you will recognize this colorway right here. We've got this very clean, minimalist design going on. Yeah, this is inspired by ITANI Ray. So we do have the white main colour, the light blue as the secondary colour with the red name and number on the back to really make that stand out. The same way Ray has the blue hair with the red eyes. I really think that this kit is going to look clean once we jump in game with it. And for the third kit, sponsored by the second children from Evangelion, Asuka Langley, we do have this red and black kit with the neon green again going on with the name and number on the back and the Adidas sign there and the captain's armband, I guess, in neon green. So this is the third kit, rocking that Asuka look with the red and the black trim. I'm a big fan of these kits. I'm a big fan of Evangelion, so I'm looking forward to seeing how these look in game. Kovalchik's going to get some new drip as well, and he's going to step into this light blue goalkeeper top with the black trim down the side again, looking like a Evangelion character. So, that's our kits for the season. Let me know which is your favourite in the comments. And if you like the vibe that I've gone with doing like a collab with, you know, an already existing, like, well, I guess, you know, taking uniforms from something official. I've had this idea for a while, but obviously we're in Season 8 now. The kit options are actually very limited. I'm hoping next FIFA they have some more options in the kits. But, yeah, I do really like this little, you know, section and selection that we've got going on here with the Shinji, Ava. We've got ITANI Ray, Ray-chan, my girl, and then Asuka for the third kit. Now, with the stadium for Season 8, there was a lot of discussion in the comments section about what we should do with the stadium. A lot of people wanted to see the name Heaven's Arena scrapped and replaced with something along the lines of the Morgan Elliott Arena. Now, Morgan Elliott has been with us from the start with Heaven's Arena, back in the days when it was called Heaven's Area, yeah, with that little typo in Season 1, which didn't mess up my OCD at all. But Morgan Elliott has seen this stadium grow from being a little, just a park with people standing at the sidelines, to being the absolute fortress that it is right now. And I understand why people would want to see the stadium renamed in his honour. But Cash Money Mark sat down with Morgan Elliott during his retirement speech and his retirement meal that he did go out for afterwards, and we discussed this idea with Morgan Elliott. And you know, Elliott said that the name Heavens Arena represents something bigger than football. It represents the epitome of the dream chasers. You know, we are chasing dreams, and dreams are made in Heavens Arena. You know what I mean? So we are going to keep the name Heavens Arena for the stadium. We're not going to change the stadium. I mentioned this last season too. We're not going to change the capacity of it. I think this is the stadium that we're set with now till the end of the career mode. But one thing we are going to do, boys, we are going to rename the little nest up top right there, the Morgan Elliott stand. Yeah? The Morgan Elliott stand up in the top of Heavens Arena, top floor of the arena. Yeah, above the tunnel where the players walk out, and that's where Morgan Elliott has got his season ticket, and I'm sure he'll be up in a box up there watching every single game that the Dream Chasers do have, unless somebody picks him up and takes him into management. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? Morgan Elliott could pursue a career in management. He's already dipped his toe into Formula 1, which had to get retired early, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, man, we're sticking with Heavens Arena. So we've got Heavens Arena again. We've got our badge, and we've got our new Evangelion-inspired kits. And let's jump into the season, man. I'm looking forward to Season 8, boys, and I hope yous are too. One thing that does need to be discussed as well, we've just mentioned it in the build-up about Kowalczyk wearing the captain's armband. I'm going to put a poll in the comments section or in the description below. Not too sure. I'll probably put it in both anyway. So check the description, check the comments. I'm going to put a poll for the captaincy. Now, we won't be able to announce the official captain until probably next week's episodes, because I've got to record a few right now back to back. So I won't be able to get your feedback. But whoever wins the poll will be our new captain for the season. I'm going to put every possible player there that, you know, could be the captain. So make sure you drop, well, you can drop comments as well if you want to. Drop comments, but check out the poll. There should be a link that'll take you to a straw poll where you can vote who you want to be the captain, bro. And, you know, whoever wins the vote will be our captain for the season. But for now, for these first few episodes, until I can review that poll, which will stay open for a few days, Kowalczyk will wear the armband. That's just the way it's going to go. So let's advance today and just get ourselves into the new season properly. And then I can go ahead and start trying to sell some players, bro. Tommy Bailey is back from injury, which is a huge one. Our transfer budget, by the way, is increased to 153 million for this season. But that doesn't really matter because, you know, we can't afford to spend any money because we've got all that debt to clear off anyway. So let's go ahead and see who we can start selling. Jason Martins, 3.8 million from Portland Timber. Let's go ahead and accept that already. Yeah, Jason Martins, I don't think this guy had any potential, so he can go. To try and raise up all that money, 600 million, we're going to have to sell some big boys, yeah? And this is going to be controversial. No matter what we do, I guess it'll be controversial because of the players that we need to sell to raise these funds. But one of the first players that we are going to add to the transfer list is Sidi Bloodclot Dieng. Now, that is going to come as a surprise probably to most people because Sidi Dieng helped us so much towards the back end of last season. But this guy is 21 years old, potential to be special. Not happy with his contract at the minute, and he's just going to be sat on the bench. Now that we have Barbosa and Vilk back from injury, they're going to be our main guys up top. And Sidi Dieng is too good to start on the bench, boys. He is too good, so he needs game time. We're going to add him to the transfer list, and hopefully another Premier League club comes in for him, so we can play against him in the Prem, and he can just help out another Premier League team and try and make the season more entertaining so we don't run away with the title. I actually really like our home kit, you know. That looks clean at the side, bro. Another man, boys, that we are going to look to move on, Jude Bellingham. He came, he saw, he conquered, but this guy, you know, he's one of the most crucial pieces of this Dream Chasers team, but we're going to have to try and sell this guy to raise up the money, bro. Yeah, and that's going to leave a big hole in the midfield, but we have players like Billy Cairns, who had a breakout season or a breakout game at the end of last season, and Billy Cairns is going to have to step up big this season, yeah? Because Bellingham is going to leave a massive hole in this team, but, boys, we need to raise the funds. Yeah, we're adding Bellingham to the transfer list. And along with Bellingham, we're also going to add Federico Valverde to the transfer list. He's 30 years old now. He got injured twice last season with that injury-prone trait. Despite being a very, very good player. Yeah, crucial part in our Champions League campaign. We're going to leave massive holes in our team, but he's trying to raise this money. But we need to clear this debt. So, Valverde and Bellingham are two starting centre-mids added to the transfer list. Another position we're going to see a massive loss is the centre-back position. Now, Goncalo Inacio was a very good player for the Dream Chasers, yeah? but with only 1 year left on his contract, he is denied the contract extension, and this guy is looking to move himself on. You know, he wants a new home, a new place, a new challenge. We might get a bit less money for Inacio with only 1 month left on his contract, or 1 year I should say. So that's a shame to see that he wouldn't renew the contract, but we still have Gvardiol around the club, and to be honest boys, we might have to sell Gvardiol too with the money that we need to raise here. But I think that's a good start anyway. We'll advance a few days and see if any offers come in for those players. It will be sad to see a few of them move on, but boys, we do have a few players to bring to the club. Like I say, we're in big debt, so we can't afford to spend any cash, but there's a few free agents that we do need to check out. The first one being this man right here, Salim Abdullah, a right winger from Egypt. I'm sure you know who this is. Mohamed Salah regen. Yeah, 84 overall at 19 years old. Let's go ahead and pick this guy up. This is a new player to bring into that cup squad, the under-21s, and he might even push himself into the main team with how good this guy could be. On paper, he looks great. He's got like 98 pace already. So, let's get him in. He doesn't look like 17 or something in the face though, does he? But he wants to know his squad role. He's going to be a rotation as it stands. Will he be happy with that? Yes, he will, because our team is already stacked. 5-year contract. Let's just get him to the team. So, Salim Abdullah joins the club for £0. All we have to do is pay his wages, so that doesn't affect the debt negatively at all. Price rating A, of course, because it was a free transfer. The player's market value is currently 70.5 million as well. So a big boy signing right there. And that's a big player to take off the free agents. As we see another free agent there, Billy Hancock. I just want to see what this guy was up to, bro. Yeah. Going through that Morgan Elliott video the other day, just seeing all those old names, it really just reminded me of certain players and stuff, and I wanted to see what a few of them were up to. Billy Hancock was one of them. Here we go then, we've got Abdullah. He's got 3-star weak foot. He's right-footed though, not left-footed like Mo Salah, so I am going to train up his weak foot. High-low work rate's 19 years old. Great stats, 97 pace. Just, yeah, this guy looking very good indeed. Now, he's come into the team there, boys, and he's took the number 10 shirt because, of course, Morgan Elliott has retired, which freed up that number 10 shirt. But straight away, Abdullah, mate, yeah, you're not wearing number 10. You can have number 11 because number 10 belongs to Morgan Elliott, and we are going to retire the number 10 shirt, boys. That shirt will be hung up, never to be worn again. Nobody can wear number 10 for the Dream Chasers. I actually forgot that Elliott started off as number 9, you know. I always thought he was 10 from the start, but like I say, when I made that Elliott recap video, the tribute video, seeing he was number 9 at the start, it was like, yo, I forgot about that. And speaking of changing kit numbers, there's somebody else's kit number that I wanted to change right now, boys, and that is Morgan Lee. Morgan Lee with his number 7 on his back. He really likes this number. That's his favourite number. But we are going to take the number 7 jersey off Morgan Lee. Yeah, and we're going to give Lee the number that he started with, which is number 24. Yeah, that takes it from City Dieng, who we are looking to sell on anyway. So, Dieng, even though he's going to wear the number 10 as a placeholder, he's not going to be number 10. Morgan Lee gets the number 24, and that frees up the number 7 to give to the original number 7, Max Naylor, who is retiring at the end of this season. Another OG of the Dream Chasers retiring this season. Sad to see him go, but for one last time, I'm going to give him his original number. You might get a few bits of game time here and there, I'm not too sure. We do want to give him a send-off. He deserves it, though, because this guy is a Dream Chasers legend for sure. So he gets that number 7 jersey to wear until the end of the season. Another free agent I wanted to bring into the club, Bjorn van Dijk. 17 years old, centre-back from the Netherlands. Now, ironically, boys, this is Virgil van Dijk. So, I don't think I've ever seen a regen with the same name as the player that they're supposed to be. But we've got Van Dijk's regen, and his name's Van Dijk. It's almost poetic. He's a left-footed centre-back, so he can play on the left-hand side of the defence, which is what I love to see. So, we're for sure going to go ahead and pick up Van Dijk from the free agents. 17 years old. Van Dijk, this is the future of the club. We're looking to sell on Inacio, possibly Gvardiol too. So, we're going to need Van Dijk to step up. He only wants 2k in his wages, and you can have that, bro. Easy. Potential market value as it stands, 60 million. And he's only 17 years old. That is a big boy purchase right there from the free agents. Now, boys, in the intro, when I showed you the manager objectives, there was one that went by Morgoat Elliott, and the description said Rene Rebirth. Now, if you don't know what Rene Rebirth means, it means bringing people back to life. And I'm sure by the name of the objective, you can work out who we are using the Rene Rebirth on. Boys, we have found Morgan Elliott's regen. Yeah, and speaking of Van Dijk's name being ironic, oh, there's Aaron Robin, remember this chicken nugget head? But anyway, speaking of Van Dijk's name being ironic, we have found Morgan Elliott's regen. And he goes by the name of Arthur Manning. Arthur, bro? We went from Morgan Lee and Morgan Elliott to now Arthur Manning and Arthur Vilk. The two Arthurs. This is just crazy, bro. And the fact as well, he's a regen with the finesse shot trait. I have never seen a regen with traits, bro. Never mind finesse shots. Morgan Elliott, we know he could bang those finesse shots. This is crazy. Arthur Manning is going to get signed to the club. Somebody said in the comments to not sign this guy because it's Morgan Elliott's regen and it just wouldn't hit the same. But for the sake of the manager objectives and rebirth and Morgan Elliott to the club, we need to sign Arthur Manning, bro. We need to see the potential this guy has. Yeah, I doubt he'll be, you know, a main starter. We are going to try and do the potential glitch to get him to the potential to be special. But it's Morgan Elliott's regen. Think of this as Morgan Elliott's son rather than Morgan Elliott himself, because Morgan Elliott is still going to be around the club as an ambassador for the team. Just realised we have 2.8 million in the weekly wage budget. Bloody hell, lad. Should we just give him a mil a week? Nah, he wants 5k, so we can have that. But yeah, like I say, the real Morgan Elliott is going to be sat in the Morgan Elliott stand with all his fans around and watching every home game that the Dream Chasers has. So, this guy, like I say, take it with a grain of salt for being Morgan Elliott's regen. But Arthur Manning, welcome to the team. Now, how many times can this Arthur link up with the other Arthur to get some goals and assists? He's 69 overall. As it stands, player value is 2.8 million, which actually isn't bad for an 18-year-old 69 rated player. Let's check him out fully. He's only at club since for his status, so like I say, we are going to try and do the loan glitch. But development plan, let's see his stats. 74 pace. Yo, is that Morgan Elliott's exact stats? I swear his stats looked exactly like that, bro. But yeah, man, let's get a training plan on this guy. We need that 4-star weak foot, of course, because Morgan Elliott could use both feet. Let's get his passing up. And yeah, this is the rebirth of Morgan Elliott. Arthur Manning. I can't believe that his name's Arthur, bro, when we had Arthur Vilk. Like, that is just so crazy. We went from 2 Morgans to 2 Arthurs. Let's go. Yo, I can't wait to see Arthur Vilk back in this team, you know. It's been way too long, bro. Just seeing his face then, this guy is a dog. It's time to start advancing through the season now. Let's try and get to the preseason tournament. I know this has been a long intro. We've got a transfer offer for Marcio Barbosa. 236.7 million. Now, that would definitely help with the debt. But Barbosa is going nowhere. We are blocking offers for Barbosa. 236 million. Now, it's nice to know we could get that for him. But Barbosa's going nowhere, yeah? We've also got a new team sheet and formation to try out this season, which I'm looking forward to showing you when the time is right. But for now, let's advance to the preseason tournaments. I want to give you a game in this episode because I feel like it's been a long episode already and I want to get some gameplay. So let's just advance through any transfer offers that come in. I'll let you know and stuff like that. But other than that, let's just advance to the preseason tournament. Squad lacks quality. You don't have players good enough to properly cover this pitch area. We have Barbosa and Vilk, the 2 best strikers in the world. What are you talking about? Here we go then, boys. Got a transfer offer for Jude Bellingham. 185.9 million from AC Milan. Now, I did low-key want Bellingham to stay in the Prem to strengthen a Premier League side, but I'm going to counter offer this. We need to raise as much money as possible to try and clear this 600 million debt, and Bellingham is probably going to be our most expensive player to sell that we could try and make money for this debt, you know. So I'm going to look for way over 200 million for this guy. 185 is not going to cut it. We're going to delegate, and I'm not going to sell below 230, let's say. Yeah, 230. I think that 272 might be too high as an initial bid, but 230 is the price tag I've put on Bellingham's head. We have a transfer offer for Albert. Now, I didn't even mention Albert at any point in this video. Bayern Munich want to pay 180 million for him. Now, low-key, boys, yeah, I was plotting the revival of Albert. I think he can be our striker for the under-21s cup squad and carry the team to glory in the cups. And also be our backup striker for the Premier League, because I am looking to play 2-striker formation this season. So if something does happen to Vilk or Barbosa, we need a backup striker. And that man for me is going to be Albert. You know, I'm going to reject this. It's a lot of money that we could raise to try and clear the debt. But I'm going to keep Albert, bro, yeah? I know a few people won't be happy with that, and a few people will be happy with that. But where is he? Albert. We're going to rechange his position back to a centre forward. And yeah, that's going to be our sub-striker for this season. Now, boys, I was trying to find as well N'Golo Kante's regen. So off camera, I went through the free agents and signed every single French defensive midfielder that I could find. And none of them had the same birthday as Kante. So I don't know why we just couldn't find Kante's regen. But that was, you know, a big blow. I was looking forward to bringing him into the midfield this season, but I guess not. Oh, okay, boys. We have 2 transfer offers here for Gavardiol. UD Almeida want to buy him for 125 million, or PSG for 131 million. Now, Inacio was the centre-back I was looking to sell, but, you know, we need to raise 600 million, so I'm not, like, I don't really care if we sell one or the other, to be honest. So, we've got the offer first for Gavardiol, another big player that we could get probably around 154, I want to say. So, that's my evaluation for Gavardiol, 150. Let's delegate that and try and get 150 out of both of these teams. PSG probably willing to pay 150, so maybe we should go for a bit more of a cheeky offer there, but let's go for it. Liverpool have also offered 77.8 million for Shinmeier. Now, with Gavardiol and Inacio possibly moving on, we need players like Shinmeier to step up and have their big breakout season, so that's getting blocked. Shinmeier's going nowhere. Now, boys, this is an interesting transfer offer. Monza have offered 50.3 million for Tomislav Juric. Now, Juric is still only 22. I don't think he's got much room to grow still because his potential has been maxed out for 2 or 3 seasons now. But if we sell Valverde, sell Bellingham, we couldn't get anyone from the free agents because I was looking for Kante's regen. Couldn't find him. Our midfield is going to be slacking. We're going to have Billy Cairns, Hashimoto, Morgan Lee. Yeah, and we need, and Hoffman, actually, we've got Hoffman in there too, but I feel like we need, you know, Juric around the club. I feel like he's a player who could play a big role this season. Very impressed with this guy every time I play him. So I'm going to keep Juric, even though 50 million's a big offer. You know, maybe in January, if we are struggling to try and reach that 60 million or 600 million goal, I should say, we can sell Juric. But for now, I'm going to keep Juric at the club. It's nice to know that we could get 50 million for him now. And I'm looking forward to playing with Juric again this season. Pause. This is a big one, boys. PSG are prepared to pay 150 million for Gavardiol. But at the same time, we've got Chelsea wanting to sign Giancarlo Inacio. Oh, this is a big decision. This is a big decision. 150 mil for Gavardiol. I'm sorry, boys, but I don't think we can turn that down. 150 million. Let's go ahead and accept it. Gavardiol, it's been a pleasure. Oh, mate, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? But Chelsea want to sign Inacio. That'll strengthen another Premier League side. 94 million. Our assistant manager thinks the most we could get is 103. Let's delegate to try and get a bit more. 120. I want to try and get for Inacio, but yeah, oh, this is tough, man. No way, boys. Brennan Johnson has joined Man City. Are you kidding me, Brennan? An extreme chasing player. He's gone to Man City. I suppose we did get rid of him, so we can't really hold grudges there, but that's a big signing for Man City right there. They just collect players over there, bro. It's not even fair. We've received our first transfer offer for Valverde. It comes from Leicester City. They're willing to offer Oscar Luigi Fraulo plus 69 million. Let's see who this player is that they've included, bro. An 80 rated centre midfielder. We are looking to sell Valverde, but I'm not looking to take a player exchange deal, bro. Can we delegate and remove the player? Players to swap, none. And let's try and get 100 mil for Valverde if we can. He's 31 years old, so that's, you know, that's pushing it, I think. But 100 mil, I'll sell for 100 mil to Leicester. We've also had an offer for Joshua Hoffman, 85.8 million. A big transfer fee there. But again, like with Juric, I'm not looking to sell any more midfielders than just the big boys to clear the debt. Because, I mean, well, I guess Hoffman, we could sell Hoffman, keep Valverde, but think about the future, boys. You know, Hoffman's 20 years old, potential to be special, 83 overall, compared to Valverde, who's dropped 1 overall because he was injured, down to 89. He's 31 years old. He's going to keep losing overall. I would rather sell Valverde for 100 mil than sell Hoffman for 100 mil at this stage, you know. Here we go, though. Anyway, we're in the preseason tournament. We're playing against Leipzig. A tough group here. Real Madrid, Juventus, Sevilla. I did say I want to give you some gameplay in this episode. It'll probably be the only piece of gameplay that you see. But we are going to use the under-21s team to see how these guys click. A very strong side there for Leipzig. Oh my god. Nkunku, Rafael Leao, Kessié in the midfield with Fofana. That's a very nice team. Hernandez at centre-back, Araujo, Meslier in goal. That's a solid team, boys. Oh my god, the Champions League this season is going to be so tough. We are going to use our home kit for this game. Albert steps up in it there. And yeah, man, like, drop comments who you want the captain of the Cup squad to be. Actually, because we're going to do a poll for the main captain for the league and the Champions League. But for the Cup squad, I might have to run 2 polls here, boys. Yeah. People slacking on match sharpness here, but that's what the point of pre-season is, to get that match sharpness up. So here's how we line up the original 4-4-1-1 RDC overlap formation. We've got Arthur Manning in that centre-forward cam spot to see if Morgan Elliott's regen has any of the qualities that the original Morgan Elliott did. We've got a debut for Abdullah Mo Salah on the right wing. Albert up top, like I say. Palacios on the left wing, because he can just play anywhere we tell him to. There's no rules. Hoffman and Keynes in the midfield. A solid partnership in the midfield. I really like these two playing together. Steinmeier and Van Dijk at centre-backs. Let's see how these two Dutch brick shithouses play next to each other. At the back, we've got Schofield and Roche. At the fullback position, Bellini, Coppola on the bench, Vogt and Ono if we need to bring players on. This is the under-21 squad, but we don't actually have a full under-21s team. As you can see, Hashimoto's 23 now, Brown 23, and Max Naylor is there for old time's sake at 33 years old. Let's jump into the game against Leipzig, boys.
The fans have waited and wondered, would it happen? Now it has happened. Now it's all about his debut.
Let's go then, boys. A debut for a lot of youth players here in this squad. Arthur Mann, the main guy I'm looking to see. Can he show us something special, bro? Why are we playing Leipzig at such a small ground? This is weird. We know. I swear last season's pre-season tournament we were playing in San Siro, bro. Anyway, let's get to it. That's poor already from Leipzig. Here we go. Who's this? Abdullah. Bloody hell, lad. He looks brolic. This is Salah's regen, but he doesn't look like Salah. Look how big this guy is. Pause. Like, yo, he looks huge, bro. Get Palacios on the ball. Let's try and get something cooking. I've not played FIFA in a while, you know. Yeah, it's been a few days since I've played, so let's see if I've still got it. I guess I don't.
Ricci. Good use of advantage by the referee. Leao.
Here's Nkunku striking from range and it's gone in. Oh, it took a deflection and it's beat the goalkeeper. And we are 1-0 down after 7 minutes. Oh, mate. Yo, his hair's going crazy at the top there. Why are you celebrating like that, bro? 7th minute of the pre-season tournament and a deflected goal. Celebrating like it's the Champions League final. But, yo, midfield shambles, a big strike. And yeah, deflection beat the keeper. Probably would have beat the keeper anyway, to be honest. Did you see that animation from Nicholson there? That was looking a bit dodgy. Come on, boys. Oh, hey, referee. Oh, we're getting outclassed here. I mean, the under-21s are proving why they are the under-21s and not the main squad. There's Van Dijk trying to get stuck in. Misses the tackle. There's Roche getting stuck in, though. Yeah, the under-21s proving why they are the under-21 squad. Oh, my God, again. I'm getting dominated. Need to try and get Arthur Mann on the ball. Elliott's regen. Let's see what he can do with it. But we're getting dispossessed in the midfield again. Outclassed in that midfield. This is what I'm worried about with the Premier League. With selling Bellingham, selling Valverde too. I feel like our midfield are going to get outclassed. And possibly even our defence. Possibly even our defence. It's 2. Yeah. Talk about getting outclassed. Oh, this is a rough start to Season 8. This is a rough start to Season 8. We are playing our youth side against Leipzig's strongest team now, so take it with a grain of salt, but oh, mate. It is Arthur Mann. What can he cook with it? Morgan Elliott's regen. Let's get going. Billy Keynes. Here we go. Salah. Albert. Oh my God, what a pass that is. Roche has been beaten behind. Can Van Dijk recover? Has he got the recovery speed to cover? Oh my God, what is going on? Yo, hold on a sec. Why is this actually so hard, though? Like, no bullshit. Like, why is this actually feeling so hard? I know we're playing with the youth boys, but we normally play well with the youth team. Has there been a gameplay update? That's what you always do, and they blame the gameplay when you're playing bad. But what a passing behind Van Dijk. I thought he would have made it there. Van Dijk's not made a single block, interception, or tackle yet. But I don't think anyone has for the Dream Chasers.
There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
And on with the action, and it's looking
even Albert's playing like an idiot. I mean, he does that anyway, to be fair. Here's Billy Keynes charging forward. There's Albert. Albert looking over the top. Billy Keynes knocks it onto Palacios. What a touch. Inside. Here's Arthur Mann and RDC overlap. Albert's there to strike it. A big block. Albert, he's got it again, though. And oh, what did he give? Oh, come on, ref. Here's Hoffman Mann, a good turn. A nice turn. Does this guy have the spirit of Elliott inside him? Here's Billy Keynes striking from range. That's an easy save. That was a terrible shot, Billy Keynes, the English Gerrard. Big block, Stin. Lovely pass from Stin there, Palacios. Now we've got some room to work with. Here's Albert. Oh my God, Ovvy. Oh, Van Dijk has been getting cooked, you know, boys. He's been getting cooked. We can't judge players off the first game, though. Remember, City Dieng was trash in his first game, but then turned out to be quality. So, let's let Van Dijk land, but he's getting cooked this game.
Now with Palacios.
Here we go again, Ovvy. Looking for the ball. RDC overlap is Arthur Manning. Elliot's regen.
Well, he went for power, but he might be.
That's not Elliot's regen. That's an imposter. That's got to be an imposter. That's a fraud. That is an imposter. Who is this guy? Who is he? That's not my captain. That's not my Morgoat. Here's Salah linking up with Elliot. RDC overlap. Ovvy. He's through. Ovvy! What a save, Meslier. I would have fancied Ovvy to finish that all day, you know. Ovvy is a good finisher in front of goal, but you're a rough first half there, boys. Can we bounce back in a second? That's a nice pass from Manning. Is Palacios inside? Is Ovvy? Big tackle, Fayez. RDC overlap, Manning. Playing through Ovvy. Doesn't really have the space, but we've got Palacios out wide. Can he get the ball back into Ovvy? Lovely. A big block again from Fayez, and it's fell to Manning again. And Fayez again with a huge tackle. That guy at the back has been killing us. I swear he used to play for somebody else, because I remember saying that name, and he played heavy against us last time too. I think it might have been Leicester, possibly, in the Premier League. But, oh, mate. Van Dijk, slow reactions. Oh my God, that is a terrible goal to concede. That is poor. Let's get some of these stinkers off the pitch. Salah, a terrible debut. Morgan Elliott's regen, a terrible debut. Yeah. Let's bring on Vogt, Ono. I don't even know who else, bro. We're actually going to bring on Vogt, Bellini at centre-back. The Italian dude. He looks suave, bro. He looks like Van Dijk, bro. He's got a man bun at the back. And a little goatee. We've also brought on a Japanese left winger called Ishikawa. I can't even remember if this guy had potential, but I mean, anything's better than what we've seen so far. So let's see what he can do for us. Here's Hoffman. He gets it into Ishikawa. Starting the counter. Vogt to Ovvy. Let's go, Ovvy. Nice burst of pace to Ovvy. Let's go. Let's go. And the substitute's making the impact already. A nice little pass from Ishikawa to start that attack there. Let's go. Only 3 more to go to bring it back. Oh, never mind. What? Why is this so hard though, lad? This has actually never been so hard before. Are Leipzig just that good of a side? Like, what is happening? Oh, leg it, lad. If this is a sign of things to come, boys, then we are in for a very rough Season 8. Yeah, and this is going to be a very tough one. I don't know about doing 3 trebles in a row, or doing a quadruple, or even doing the 3-peat in the Premier League. What the... What? We're getting torn apart, lad. You see what I mean? Like, I don't know about doing the 3-peat now, boys, in the Premier League, yeah? If this is a sign of things to come, I don't even know what to say, lad. And I was going to say as well, Season 8 possibly is the final season of this career mode. Let me finish this first. Well, in Ovvy. Let's go. Come on, Ovvy. Yeah, Season 8 possibly, potentially, the final season, boys, of the Dream Chase career mode. If we won the 3-peat, then I was looking to wrap it up, but... Yo, we're going to have our work cut out for us in that Premier League. We might have to swerve going for 3 trebles in a row and swerve this Cup and the Champions League and just fully focus on the Premier League. Because, I mean, I know this is the Cup squad and we've got a lot of players missing, but if there's anything to go by, we are going to struggle. Oh my God. Because, like, we can score goals, yeah, with anyone, especially once we get back to the main team with, like, Arthur Vilk, Barbosa. We can score goals with anyone, bro. It's just the midfield and the defence that's slacking, and that's where we're selling all the players from to try and raise the money. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. 7-2! This is the biggest embarrassment in Dream Chasers history. This is our biggest defeat ever. Nicholson's not made a single save. Every shot on target's went in. And he was decent in the previous seasons, that Nicholson in goal. He's been decent, bro, but Today he's embarrassed himself and his family. That's offside. There we go, Nicholson, lad. Yeah? Try and redeem yourself now after conceding 7.
Playing it in.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, mate. I don't believe that. How can you say that's on ball, lad? Oh, well, let's just make it 8. And that'll be funny, Leipzig. I've dove the right way, lad, and it's still gone in. We've 8-2. 8. I don't even know how, bro. There's been 10 goals in this game.
And it's with
My God, like, the level of aggression is just different. And thank God the referee has saved us there, blowing the whistle. Get us out of that game, mate. Oh, mate, that was a disaster, to say the least. Oh, Gvardiol's been sold just when we were talking about our defence being shambles. Gvardiol moves on. 129 million in the bank we get. Oh, mate. There goes Gvardiol off to PSG. You had a very good run at the Dream Chasers, mate. Yeah, a club legend for sure. Involved in back-to-back trebles. Okay, we've got Barcelona next in the pre-season tournament, which we'll start the next episode with. But yeah, hey, season 8, man. Boys, if you did enjoy, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. I can't wait to get into the Premier League season and see how we are competing, if we are competing. Because, yeah, season 8, like I say, potentially the final season of the Dream Chase career mode, and could be the hardest one yet. But as always, boys, I try and keep the series entertaining. If you disagree with any of the transfers and stuff like that, you know, it is what it is. I try and keep it entertaining. I'm trying to make it more fun to watch and be the most electrifying career mode in YouTube entertainment, which it has been for 7 seasons. Let's have a good season 8, boys. I'll see you in the next episode. Take it easy.